All right, so Ryan is born May 27, 1986, making him a sun in Gemini at 5 degrees, moon in Capricorn at 19 degrees, Mercury in Gemini at 10 degrees, Venus in Cancer at 6 degrees, and Mars in Capricorn at 19 degrees. He is also a fire tiger, and his birth cards of life, 5 of clubs, 3 of diamonds. So let's get it up and chop it up.
Get y'all ass up. Y'all can still go outside and run and do some shit. I'll just be sitting in the house not doing that.
So Ryan's sun is in Gemini. Okay, so to all my Geminis out there, words are very important to you guys. So talking is really weighting in more than listening. You have to learn how to stop monopolizing on the conversation and let others speak. People could see you guys as being superficial, and you guys really tend to avoid issues of real, true emotional depth to anything. Okay, but furthermore, Ryan's Gemini is 5 degrees. So this person is very happy when they are self-employed. They're very tech savvy, technically gifted, and most of them are very fulfilled when they solve their own problems and getting their own solutions together. They can be very charming and witty. They easily attract admirers, and they can get really tyrannical when other people deny them the freedom that they demand themselves. These people have a highly charged nervous system, so they need to learn to remain calm. Okay, so Ryan's moon is in Capricorn. So for everyone out there, Capricorn placement, we know that you guys love order, organization, and y'all can take the fun out of life sometimes. Y'all tend to put all of y'all emotional needs and drama into work and your career, and sometimes y'all could be all work and no play. So learn to know that it's okay to let go, control once in a while, and relax a little bit. But furthermore, by your boy having his Capricorn at 19 degrees, that makes him very dominant as parents or bosses or professionals. They must learn not to stress themselves with so many responsibilities. They want to take it all on at the same time, and they can't. And when things start crumbling down, they get stressed out about it, or whatever the case may be. They do have some very sound judgment, and their judgments can be very severe, but they're very blunt and to the point. They're honest with you. So Ryan has Mercury in Gemini. So for everyone that has Mercury in Gemini, they just need to learn how to be open in the moment. These people are very guilty for scattering their mental energies everywhere, and that has an effect on all aspects of your life. So try to learn how to accomplish the task at hand and stop chasing distractions. Furthermore, Brian's Mercury is in 10 degrees Gemini, so he can be branded a troublemaker at times. They usually undermine authority. They don't like to listen to no bosses and stuff of that nature. And they pretty much encourage other people to think freely for themselves as well. Sometimes they lack a little structure in their lives, and they need to limit some of that thinking because their thinking can get really out of hand. Ryan's Venus is in Cancer. So everyone with Venus in Cancer, these people are very overly cautious and focused on security. They rarely allow new people or experiences into their lives. They have a tendency to be very overprotective of the people that they love. They do have a smothering type of tendency. They can attract codependent relationships. Hypersensitivity can lead to hurts that wasn't even intended. So they need to learn how to balance their emotional cycles. But furthermore, Ryan's Cancer Venus is in 6 degrees. So they know when someone has the hots for them, or they really like them, or they're attracted to them. They know their dislikes very easily. They're really intuitive. They have like this antenna or whatever that's like always on alert. Okay. They can back off really quickly if that person doesn't share the same interests as them or whatever, and they can become easily upset when people bring drama to their lives. They like try to stay drama free. They also have Mars and Capricorn. It can lead to a very type of opportunistic type of attitude that results in business and projects before people type of mind frame. They do have a natural finesse with authority, and it could come off as very bossy or arrogant or whatever. But this is great for business, but they need to learn how to soften up and really truly enjoy their relationships. By Ryan having his Capricorn and Mars at 19 degrees, they really need to mule things over. They have an iron will of steel. They really, and they have to learn how to release that stronghold of power detrimental to them. And if they release it, it can actually be a blessing for them. So Ryan is a Gemini tiger, so that makes him very attractive, seductive, charming, hot-headed, with strong mercurial tendencies. They don't dart from philosophy, so they sort of can have a deep conversation with you. They like to have breaking news. They are subjective to love affairs. They have a lot of confidence about themselves, so they know they be looking good or whatever the case may be. They tend to stay in emotional hot waters or whatever the case may be, but they are extremely confident. They look at me, you know, I'm handsome. But sometimes in life, they can suffer some ill fates. They do have some emotional distresses or whatever. And when they hit a snag in life, they tend to get a little down and out.
Get y'all ass up. Y'all can still go outside and run and do some shit. I'll just be sitting in the house not doing nothing.
One of the biggest stumbling blocks in getting involved with a person like Ryan, he loves people who admire him, but he not so big on returning that same love. They really find worship irresistible. They will admit that they love the person and they really vibing with the person, but they also will admit that they ain't really head over heels with them, and I don't want to really break their heart. Okay, these people, they the type that need a lot of space in their relationships. They do like going out to dinner dates, spas, and they will tell you their little silly stories and sometimes over and over, and it can be egg, but you better act like this your first time hearing it or you're gonna bruise their little ego or whatever. It could be a blessing or a curse to be in a relationship with this dude. They can be very progressive as they can relate to anyone on their level. They are well liked, they're sociable. They do have a slight fear of commitment, and that fear can be so great that it attract very unusual situations into their lives. They do suffer emotional losses regardless of how bad they. His tremendous fears of abandonment and betrayal must be dealt with before even finding a very successful relationship. These people are in the habit of having multiple relationships or transitory relationships. They must also let other people be who they are and release the fears of betrayals and actually heal. Sometimes they could be a little thoughtless about other people's feelings and they take not to take their feelings into consideration. Okay? So basically, like with Ryan, he wants a relationship, but he don't want to really risk his freedom. He has a lot of testosterone going on, so he's very freaky in bed. He does have a personal magnetism that is really unsurpassed. He could be capable of falling in love on a slick or whatever the case may be. He could sweep a woman off their feet if he really wanted to. He likes a challenge, and he likes his woman to be very exotic and very mysterious and very interesting and pretty. In bed, Ryan likes to do what he want and he likes to do what makes him feel good and he loves to have an experienced woman, okay, in bed. He ain't want nobody that he gotta teach nothing to. He want them to already come experienced and well seasoned, okay? He like his woman to have that like intuition to want and to feel his needs. Okay, a woman who is nurturing and motherly can attract him as well. They like their women to be very less alcohol and sex. Okay, on one hand, he is very sensitive and alluring to his lover. He's capable of tenderness, but then on the next hand, he could be so rational with the sex. It just seems like it was just calculated or whatever the case may be. But when Ryan's intellect is stimulated by erotic sexual talk, that nasty talk, that turns him on. Get his joint hard. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much his bedroom behavior.
With your girl from New Orleans. I got all the facts, got all the juice, got all the tea. Based on astrology. Y'all come and sit with me.